gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another edition of Heel Face Radio. This is episode number 73, Jason.
73.
73, and we are live at Inspire Pro, War Clock High. I am Jeff Serta, joined as always by Jason Harris.
What's going on, everybody?
And we got a special guest joining us today, Mr. Roel Santos, someone who is part of our, I guess we'll call it Heel Face Network, and has his own podcast relaunching here. What is April 6th, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think that would be the date.
Yeah, so Roel Santos.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And today is your first Inspire Pro show, is that correct?
That is correct, and I'm just kind of like sitting back and watching and listening and learning from you guys, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, good. It's the calm before the storm right now. Obviously, we get a little bit of insight to what goes on behind the scenes.
Definitely.
With Heel Face Wrestling, everybody getting ready for the show. But, yeah, when it starts to fill up, it's going to be packed in here. I love this venue. You know, it's just an old movie theater.
Right.
They're kind of hauled out. You got the ring in the middle, and like you got the good acoustics, plus all the shots are going to look fantastic. Streaming right here on Twitch. It's going to be a good first show for you. I'm feeling it.
I'm really excited, Jason. I'm really excited to see some of these wrestlers like ACH. I've never seen him before. Thunder Rosa, Dirty Andy Dalton, some of the few wrestlers that I've heard of.
I was going to ask you that because I know this is your first time at Inspire, but I know you've probably seen some of these people, but probably not live.
Right.
So, yeah, you kind of answered my question. I was going to ask you, who are you most excited to see? But you clearly answered that. Right?
Yes, I'm very excited to see those three in particular and getting to know some of these other indie wrestlers that I've never had a chance of finding out who they are.
Yeah, for sure. War Clock High, of course, we have a triple threat main event for the Inspire Pure Prestige Championship as ACH defends against Davey Vega and Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor's someone who he has taken under his wing more recently. He's kind of shown him the ropes, if you will, and now he's finding himself in a match with ACH, so that should be an interesting angle to this match.
I think it's an interesting test for ACH to take nothing away from David Vega or Zach Taylor. I mean, obviously a triple threat throws a lot of different things into the mix, but yeah, you're dealing with basically one of your students now. The whole, student becomes the teacher, if you want to throw a little cliche out there a little bit. We'll talk about this a little bit later and during the stream as well, but Zach Taylor's got nothing to lose here. I mean, absolutely nothing to lose in this championship match, so he's got to be able to leave it all hang out there. I'm saying too much right now. We'll leave it out for when we talk.
But, yeah, and then, of course, we have a women's match. Kylie Ray taking on Thunder Rosa, which, and I said this on our Twitter earlier today, potential match of the night candidate right here. Would not be surprised if this match is match of the night. And don't get me wrong, not to take anything away from any of the other matches, because those other matches are great too, but I mean, we've seen what both of these women can do. So.
Yeah, to me, this is the match you did not know you needed to see between these two talented women. We always talk about Thunder Rosa, whether she's here in the States or traveling around doing her thing. One of the most talented women on the circuit right now. And then, of course, Kylie Ray with her meteoric rise through the ranks. Now, she's one of the top names in wrestling as well. And tonight we get to see them collide. Oh, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a fun match. Both these women trying to put on the best kind of show, but don't be surprised if it devolves into a little bit of a fight, if you will.
Yeah, shout out to people in the Twitch chat right now. Bo is there. Carlos is there.
What it do, Bo? Hey,
Flippy
Carlos.
is there, I believe.
Flippy.
I have to go through and look and see who else. But Bo says he's most anticipating this match, the Thunder Rosa Kylie Ray match, as am I. So we'll see. So, yeah, Flippy's there. Carlos. Bo, of course, as I mentioned, and, of course, some other new people that are listening, so thank you for tuning in.
Welcome, new folks.
The show will start at 6 p.m. Central. This is just your pre-show podcast that we typically do. Used to do them on Mixler, moved away, trying something different to do it on Twitch now, so here we are, of course, at Inspire Pro Wrestling. And another match that intrigues me a little bit, Jason, is the Mr. Inspire Pro Steve O'Reno going one-on-one against Joey John. We know Joey. Controversy sometimes follows him.
Sometimes. Occasionally.
Steve is no stranger to big competition. We saw him have a hell of a match with Leo Rush here at Inspire Pro. So I expect this one to be, one for the ages as well.
I think that's what you need when you aptly name him Mr. Inspire Pro Wrestling. He is representing the face of your company. Maybe he's not your tip-top champion or anything like that, even though he's been there before. But fans know Steve O'Reno. We know Steve O'Reno. And anytime a big name comes into Inspire Pro Wrestling, Steve O'Reno is going to step up to the plate and take his swing. There may not be a bigger name on the indie circuit right now than Joey Janela. He's all over the place, hosting his own events.
Spring break coming up. Spring break 2.
That's going to be damn good if we could say it quite like that. But, yeah, anywhere you look, Joey Janela is popping up at the biggest shows, and he always puts on one hell of a show. I'm super excited to see that as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, of course, someone who we've seen, elevate his game is here tonight, and he's taking on Gino. Of course, I'm talking about Ethan Price. We saw him way back when at AAPW when he was training there with George De La Isa. Now he's training there with Marty in the new regime there. And then, they're putting in work. But it's fun to see as Marty Green's trying to sabotage our but calm down, Marty. Calm down. Marty's trying to pull our wires out. Ethan Price has elevated his game. And not to say, he's – and I don't want to sound like an asshole while I say this. Not to say he's one of the best, but he's getting better and he's improving on a monthly basis from when we seen him from the get-go to now. He has upped his game. And I think, people might be sleeping on this Ethan Price versus Gino match, and I think people might be surprised by this match.
Yeah, Gino has started. I mean, everybody starts out at the same level, obviously,
right.
But Gino took that huge rise to where it seems like something in him just clicked, and he took it to that next level and took it to the next level after that. We're seeing the same thing with Price here. Again, you mentioned it all the way back at AAPW as like just a student, and I don't mean it to sound negative, but some smaller shows that out of Georgia's school whenever he was running it. And now here he is at center stage at Inspire Pro. He's got a big-time match tonight. He's being featured quite a bit during storylines and whatnot as well. And what more could you ask for an aspiring wrestler than to just be able to put your face out there and work?
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I think people are going to be surprised by this match. I think they're going to walk away and say, okay, these – and both of them, Gino has already been someone to watch and has started making a name for himself, as you mentioned, two-time ROW champion, current ROW champion for Booker T's school/promotion out there in Texas City. But Ethan Price slowly making his name, his rising his stock slowly. I think this is someone to watch for. And I think after tonight, people will agree with that once they see this match take place.
I agree.
Very cool.
And then another match, Terrell Tempo. He's defending his title tonight, his Inspire Pro title, against the man who competed in this very building last night and had some skewers pried into his head by one Masada. And Masada's in the building too, by the way. So everyone, that's you want to know why I wear hats to shows that Masada's on, so I don't get the skewers in my head.
It's gonna need to be helmets, probably.
Yeah, that's true. I should wear a helmet.
I encourage you to check Twitter if you missed it last night.
Yes.
Or maybe don't check Twitter.
If
you're eating, do not.
But yeah, so Jordan, fresh off of that injury, is going to go for a title here. Terrell we've seen another. This is another example of someone who we met when we first started doing this over a year and a half ago, who was, on the rise. He's still on the rise, but he's well established now. He's product of ROW as well, trains out in San Antonio as well too. But current Inspire Pro champion, had those two hell of a matches with ACH last year, and now he's here facing Jordan Lennox, who's not somebody to be slept on as well. We've seen him plenty of times, other promotions here, Dallas. We've seen him at Sabotage. We've seen him almost everywhere, really. Starting to travel and make a name for himself. So,
yeah, with Jordan Lennox, it feels like, if you think about it, he's been on the scene for quite some time now, but he still seems kind of new just because when he came into the area. But when he came to the area, he exploded right away.
Right.
He was everywhere. He was at Inspire. He was at Sabotage.
Really? You forgot Sabotage? Really?
No,
Really. The lead commentator for Sabotage forgot the name of the Sabotage.
No,
man, he's putting you on blast.
He always does.
Yeah, this is like the...
This is the norm. It's not a show until we're arguing about something.
Has he been on ACW yet? That's what I was trying to remember.
I don't think that he has, but I don't know for certain. He might have. We'll have to get Rudy to fact check. Rudy keeps up on ACW a lot.
He's the
fact
so
checker.
We'll have to
Rudy.
get him to fact check that.
Fact checker.
But he might have. I don't know for sure, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
You mentioned VIP, of course, as well. Again, he's
MPX.
still traveling around, appearing there as well. But yeah, it just seems like he hit Austin like a stick of dynamite.
Oh yeah,
and it was, just like boom, Jordan Lennox is here.
Yeah,
I like that line, stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
That's
Occasionally
impressive.
I come up with a decent.
It's like your Stuart Scottism.
every now and then he hits you with something. More times than not, though. I'll say that.
I'm just trying to talk so that way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just listening to you guys.
No, for sure.
It's my first time here, so I'm just kind of learning these names. But I think I have seen Ethan Price before. I think he was in the San Antonio Bash, right? Was that him?
No.
Maybe. Okay, so then I'll shut up then. Maybe.
No, he wasn't. He was not there.
Okay.
You might have seen him on the heavy metal stream that we did because he was at heavy metal.
That's probably where I did see him.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, so he's been there for sure. He's starting to travel more as well. He and Cody Lane, who's also involved in the match here in a six-way. luckily for Cody, he's on Masada's team today. So.
Yeah, well, you know what? Can I just say something real
Yeah,
quick?
go
Just
for it.
observations from what I've seen here being at Inspire Pro. Just they look like a very tight-knit group of people who just want to put together an amazing show. And I'm not trying to break kayfabe here.
Oh, no.
But, I mean, I just from other indie shows that I've seen, this looks very, very organized, and they look like they just care about the product more than just money. I mean, I understand that there's not a whole lot of money sometimes, but anyway.
I know exactly what you're saying because that's, the very first time Rudy and I came to Inspire Show, it was not in this building. They used to run here when they first started, then they moved, and now they're back. But the very first time we went was like August 2016, and we didn't know what to expect. We had never been to an Inspire Pro show. We didn't know. We knew a little bit about them, obviously, because we did some research, but we didn't know a whole lot. We went to the show, and we were just blown away by everything, like from start to finish, the card, the professionalism by not only the wrestlers in the ring, but everyone involved, like TJ, Max, and Biss. They came up to us and introduced themselves, and they're, said, hey, you guys are more than welcome to come out whenever. And they said they liked what we're trying to do because at the time we were still, fairly new to what we're doing now. But they understood what we were trying to accomplish and what we're still trying to accomplish. But like I said, just very welcoming and from top to bottom, just world class. Always has, from that first day till now, this has always been one of our most favorite promotions in Texas.
Well, that's pretty rad, man. I'm looking forward to this show. You've told me numerous times, Jeff, before this show that it was going to be a badass show.
I did tell you that. I did tell you to come on out.
Yes. It only took me a year, but it's okay.
Ricky Starks is also in the building.
Mr. Starks?
Yeah, Mr. Starks. Yeah, he is in the building. He is in a one-on-one match against Ryan Davidson, someone who had a hell of a cage match last time with Jordan Lennox.
Broke the cage.
Broke the cage. He broke the cage using Jordan to break the cage.
Okay.
So anything, like we've seen the evil in Ryan Davidson. We know the evil in Ricky Starks. We've seen that as well.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be one hell of a match as well. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's like I said, from the very first time we came here, top to bottom, the card was top-notch, and I feel no differently tonight. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite, even though I already did, but it took me a while to say, this is the one that I think will be match of the night. I didn't just look at the card and go instantly, okay, this one. No, it took me a while. But, yeah, Ricky versus Ryan Davidson. As I mentioned, Ryan, he was on a warpath when he first got here. Still is, but – and Ricky's
still
Ricky.
Be mad. I mean, like, if you're Ryan Davidson, I mean, you just lost. And I mean, that builds up. You can see the anger in him. They call him ruthless for a reason. And now to be able to, again, compete against somebody the caliber of Ricky Starks, but imagine getting a win over Ricky Starks. I mean, that's going to turn some heads, but that's going to make you feel pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Get you right back on the track, maybe get him focused up towards whatever championship he may be gunning for again. So, again, yeah, I agree. I'll say it for you. This could be match of the night.
Yeah. But, like I said, it's hard to, like, Ricky's Ricky. I mean, what can we say about Ricky that hasn't already been said by us and numerous other people? Very, I'll say, extra talented man, as he goes by with his tag partner. Aaron Solo, by the way, is his name, in case people are wondering what his name is. But it is Aaron Solo.
Nice.
So together they make extra talented. But, yes, so tonight, singles competition for Ricky, so we'll see how it goes. I think this is going to be a hard-hitting match. We'll see. It's going to be hard to pick. I know we're going to pick winners here at the end, but I still don't know on this. This is one of the matches I'm like, I don't know, but we'll see. I'll have to make a decision here shortly, as I said, when we start making our picks. But, of course, the last match on this card is a six-man. On one side of the ring, you have Dirty Andy Dalton, Masada, and Cody Lane. And then on the other side, you got the new movement, Rex Andrews, T-Ray, and Ashton Jacobs. I'm just going to come out and say it, Jason. I'm a little worried for the new movement.
I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, Chris True either just loves seeing his own guys get the snot beat out of him, or doesn't like him very much and is ready to start the new movement. I guess.
New.
That's not a stutter. That was a stutter. The new is not a stutter. I mean, yeah, you're talking about Andy Dalton, Masada, and Cody Lane, three guys who just know how to beat the hell out of somebody. You saw what Masada was able to do last night. Again, if you didn't check on Twitch, poor Jordan Lennox. And then we've seen Dirty Andy Dalton everywhere around here. Sabotage last time in there as well. And he was even in a 8-man tag.
He was.
In that one as well. So you got to think he's maybe a little bit used to having a few more guys around the area here. So This one I feel is going to start as a wrestling match, last for all of 30 seconds, and then it's going to turn into a fight.
Out of the three, who do you think gets the skewers?
Oh man.
So are we talking getting busted open the hard way, or is it?
Oh yeah, they're getting the skewers for sure.
Okay.
It's just a matter
I'm
of
liking,
who.
I'm liking me some Ashton Jacobs. I'm thinking maybe he's taking the skewers tonight.
Yeah, that's who I was leaning towards too. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be
Maybe
Jacobs.
T-Ray. T-Ray. I feel like T-Ray would see him coming and then like bolt.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
yeah, we'll see. So yeah, there's your preview for the entire card. We will make picks shortly, but I do want to talk about something else that we've been doing in the Texas Madness, Jason, and it has been madness. We're down to the Elite Eight. Today we have the final. Today's the final day to vote to get your picks to the Final Four. So we'll see how it plays out. Right now it's ACH versus Ricky Starks.
That's a tough matchup right
Keith
there.
Lee versus Masada.
Oh man.
Sammy Guevara versus Lance Hoyt.
Shout out to Sammy Guevara.
Thunder Rosa versus Aaron Solo. So
I would love to see all those matches just in
in real life, right? Like
That
someone
would be
should book that
fantastic.
as a match.
Whoever
like as a
wins
show.
this next Mega Millions jackpot or whatever, that's like $400 million. Contact Heel Face Wrestling. We can put that money to
We'll
use.
stream it
Yeah,
for you.
and we'll take some of it too.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna get ourselves.
But yeah,
paid.
so if you head on to our Twitter, we have a link up there. Actually, I'll post it again right now to get those final votes in. Voting will end tonight at 7 p.m. Central. So once all the votes are tallied up, we will get to see who makes it to the Final Four as Rudy hands me a beverage.
Yes.
That looks semi.
Shout out to Rudy.
It's apple juice.
No,
It's apple juice.
I
Yeah,
thought it
apple
was a beer.
cider.
He got me. I thought it was a beer. It's apple juice.
I feel disappointed.
Yeah. But
Beers later.
But yeah, so Texas Madness is going on. I know Luke has been participating in the voting. I see all the votes, obviously. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Something that I think we tried to do this last year, but then or I say we, but it's mainly me. I forgot about it, honestly, and then the tournament started, and I wanted to do the voting, side by side with how the tournament played out, and it was already like the Sweet 16. I was like, there's no way we can. I was like, whatever, we'll do it next year. One of those type of deals. But yeah, so we did it. The voting's going on now. We're in as you can now see.
Oh,
You'll
look at
see here
this. Here we
shortly
go.
because it's
This is
delayed.
This is why Luke's the best.
I just want to make sure I just want y'all to know that I've casted my vote on numerous occasions here, so I'm keeping up with this.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, this is the one prior. We're one advanced. But just leave that
Look
up.
at that. It's
They get the idea.
Yeah.
As I just mentioned, it's ACH versus Ricky Starks, Keith Lee versus Masada, Sammy Guevara versus Lance Hoyt, Thunder Rosa versus Aaron Solo. So
And Aaron Solo had to go through tonight's own Steve Reno. So I mean, like that was a tough matchup. But then you look at like Thunder Rosa and Terrell Tempo. That was a hell of a matchup. Dirty Andy Dalton and Lance Hoyt. That was a hell of a matchup. Sammy Guevara and Baby D. Actually,
and a lot of these, what I didn't mention is a lot of these votes, it's been close on quite a bit of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could have easily been other people advanced, like the Andy Dalton Lance Hoyt one. I think came down to like 2 votes.
Wow.
Chad getting down with it here too. Bo says Hoyt's going to take the whole thing, but of course Flippy, you can guess who he's.
Yeah, of course. I know who
Well,
Flippy is
Sammy,
because he
yeah.
filled out a bracket and sent it to me. So I know who he's going for. He's going for Mr. Money's Worth. Yeah. Who was? I'm trying to think off the top of my head who was. The Steve Arena Aaron Solo one.
Yeah.
I think that was split by like 4 votes. I think Solo won by 4. I'm trying to think who else was close. Oh, Taylor Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
That was. I'll say this. The voting started out early, and Shane had a pretty big lead on Ricky, and I wouldn't say I was surprised, but I mean, I did not expect it to be I expected that one to come down to the wire, which it did. It ended up. I didn't expect one or the other to jump out to a big lead the way Shane did. And Shane had a big lead, and Ricky came back towards the end. And I'm trying to think. Looking at the bracket now to see who else was close. The Sammy Guevara Baby D one was a lot closer than people might imagine. I think that one was 10 votes or 11 votes. So,
That's credit to Baby D as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, we've known Baby D for quite some time now, and again, to me, she's one who's taken her game to the next level as well. Really reinvested in herself and gotten out there. I think that popularity shows again going up against somebody the caliber of Sammy Guevara, if you will. But she hung in there for a little bit, just wasn't quite able to overcome. Maybe next year though.
And these were all randomly generated. We put the names in, and they got I guess seeded, if you will. I know we didn't seed them. We didn't rank them at all. We just put them out in the order that they were spit out in the generator. So we wanted to make it fair. Obviously, there were some saying we're missing some people. Of course, it's
And we
Texas.
are.
There's, you know how many wrestlers there are in Texas?
There's
It's a
a
big
lot.
There's more than 64 wrestlers in Texas. We cannot include everybody on this list. We try to be fair. We try to include some from every region of Texas because Texas is a huge state. No way would we have ever gotten this right. And I said this on Twitter before we even started. I said there was no way we were going to get this bracket right because there's way too many people. Like I said, someone is always going to be left out. Someone will always say, "Why didn't you include me?" Or a fan would say, "Why didn't you include this person?" Well, then who would I take out? Okay, then I take them out. Then they ask, "Why was I not included?" Or a fan of theirs asks, "Why were they not included?" So, like I said, we would have never gotten it right, but we tried our best and we try to be as fair as possible. And for the most part, it's been a lot of positive reaction for the tournament.
To be fun.
Yeah, and it's all for nobody.
Yeah.
I want to stress this again. Nobody wins anything. There's nothing. There's no prize at
It's
the
just
end.
for shits and gigs.
Yeah, there's
They
no
get
prize.
they get a picture of a trophy.
like,
tweeted out.
oh, you know what? I'm lying. You know what they do when they win a GIF designed by Eric B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Donated.
yeah, he donated it. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
he
you
made
can't
it.
go wrong
he
with
made
that.
it. I actually tweeted it out. I was like, I might be able to get Eric B to make you a GIF. I don't know, or a graphic. And then, like, literally the next day, he sends me a GIF of something that looks really cool. Actually, I think I sent it to you guys, right? The stuff with the. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to ruin it. We'll talk about it off the air.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but yeah. He made something, and since I didn't even ask him, I guess I kind of did ask him because I tweeted out that he might make something. So shout out to Eric B for making that. He sent it to me the next day. So the winner gets a GIF designed by Eric B. So that's what's up for grabs. Nothing else. There's no money. There's no belt. There's nothing.
It's just for pride.
Yeah.
Pride
not
and
even
bragging
necessarily
rights.
pride. Yeah, just bragging rights.
rights.
Bo says the winner should get a Whataburger or Buc-ee's gift card.
I would say Whataburger.
You know what?
for
Whoever
sure.
wins, I'll buy them a Whataburger meal
There you go.
Yeah,
on me.
Oh,
Speaking of Whataburger,
Flippy says he wants a McDonald's. Why would
There
you
you
say
go.
you want a McDonald's gift card?
Because he
instead?
hates Whataburger. He always hates on Whataburger.
How does somebody hate Whataburger?
Because he's from Chicago.
that is he must like White Castle then I guess.
Oh my God, he does.
Ugh. Nasty.
But yeah, so whoever wins, I'll buy them a Whataburger meal.
Yes.
I hope that ACH wins because I don't think he eats Whataburger. I don't. Oh yes, he does.
Or
Damn
maybe you
it.
could get him in and out. Maybe.
No, F in and out.
Okay,
That's what
there
the
you
loser
go.
gets.
That's what the what?
That's who the loser gets.
The loser gets
The
in and out.
loser, yeah, whoever
They get a
loses in the
double-double.
championship has to eat in and out live on Twitch.
You know, if you win, you get a number 5 from
Oh,
Whataburger.
no. Flippy's saying White Castle's trash. He's
There you
Okay,
go,
okay.
White
At least he has
Castle's
that
trash.
right. I'll give him that. He has that right.
Wow.
So
Oh, Majewski's going to donate a pat on the back as well. So,
Sweet.
Yeah. Majewski, he's in the chat.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go. So you're getting
Pat on the
Whataburger,
back,
a gift,
Whataburger gift card.
and a pat on the back.
Nice.
So there you go. All right, this is escalated. It started off with a gift.
This
Now
is
you're
like a
getting
gift
a meal.
basket now. It's like when
Yeah,
they're giving
now
out
we're
like
putting
movie
together.
awards and
Now we
Oscars
just
and
need-
everything like that.
Maybe you can buy someone a Lone Star
I will. That's fine.
if
Deal.
they drink or whatever they drink.
Speaking of which,
If they don't drink beer, maybe they might drink a mixed
Well, if they
drink.
drink beer, they drink get a Lone Star.
It's Lone Star or nothing on the beer. If you drink a mixed drink, we'll buy you like Tito's vodka since it's from Austin or something.
Right.
how do you like Lone Star beer?
It's
How
fantastic.
do you not like Lone Star?
I'm just
beer?
curious. I mean, because I've drank it before. I mean, my stomach didn't agree with me the next day, but I mean,
How much of it did you drink?
a 6-pack.
Oh, well.
Well, it was like
Are you-
2004.
Are you
okay.
okay?
That was
well,
my
it's
20s.
evolved since then.
We'll try again
But are
later.
you from Texas originally?
Of course I am.
Okay, I'm just asking. I
I'm
just
further
asked.
down south, but I mean,
The Valley.
no, Corpus Christi.
Okay, that's almost
The home of
Valley.
Whataburger.
I know.
Exactly. I love Whataburger.
So you should love Lone. They go like
I thought it was like okay. Oh,
they're one and the same. I would even.
so you
argue
got the BGs. Okay, got it.
This went way off of. What
I know.
am.
Sorry, guys. This is where I go when I podcast.
But yes, Texas Madness. As I said, tonight is the final voting for the Elite Eight to break down to the Final Four. Your Final Four is going to consist of either ACH or Ricky Starks. One of those two is going to make it. Keith Lee or Masada. One of those two is going to make it. Sammy Guevara or Lance Hoyt. One of those two. And Thunder Rosa and Aaron Solo.
That's
So,
tough. Like, that's real.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Final Four. The voting will be next weekend, Friday and Saturday for the Final Four, and then Friday, Saturday for the Final Four, and then Sunday, Monday for the championship.
Right.
So Monday night we will crown the winner of Texas Madness, and they will get this wonderful gift basket that we have assembled of a gift, a Whataburger meal, and a Lone Star beer or a Tito's vodka drink,
And a pat on the back.
and a pat on the back. So that's what's happening with Texas Madness.
All right. Well, I think
But what's also happening tonight, right here on this very station that you are watching on Twitch, is Inspire Pro War O'Clock High great matches tonight for you that we just previewed. We're going to be making some picks here shortly. I believe ACH said he wanted to talk to us. I don't know. He's still in the ring, though. I'll see if I can get his attention so we can let him say his piece before we go off the air on the pre-show.
Some crazy push-ups.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
doing like some jumping jack push-ups. I
Hashtag
believe.
train like Goku. You gotta follow him on Twitter if you want to see those insane
Oh, you know,
workouts.
I did see that about Goku insane workouts.
And to be honest, looking pretty good. ACH looking a little jacked in there. I mean, he's always been a
He's
very,
pretty
very
jacked.
in shape guy, but stepping up his game a little bit, representing Inspire Pro
He always is.
and the state of Texas.
king of
King.
Texas.
the great state of Texas.
So, where's Rudy at? That's who
He's right there, sitting down. He's having a chit chat with
I
with
was
the other
gonna- I was
row.
going to tell him to go call ACH, but he's not even looking.
Rudolfo. There we go.
right.
Shout out to Rudy and the black
So here
Converse.
it comes.
They look like PF Flyers.
Hey, can you go ask ACH if he wants to be on the podcast before he goes? All right, so Rudy is in pursuit of ACH.
And he's running to the back. And yep, here he
Here
comes.
he comes.
Here he comes.
I don't know if you want to pass him your mic. I'll pass him mine, either or.
Okay, I'll do the honor.
Okay.
Who's going to do the honor?
I am gonna do the honor.
You going to hold the mic? Is there a camera on this thing?
There's
There's
no
not.
camera. We're just live on Twitch. We are on Twitch, though.
You on
Look,
Twitch?
Rudy could get the camera going for you.
Where are the people talking?
Right here.
Us, right here. Oh, they're there.
Oh, let me see what they say. Any official hashtags?
We were just talking about the Texas Madness tournament.
WOH. That's the hashtag.
What?
That's the hashtag, WOH.
4 o'clock high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm really out of breath.
Women of Honor. That's what WH is, too. Though.
Women of Honor. Oh, good point.
I thought it was WOCH.
There you go.
It's WOCH, bro.
Yeah, let's do WOCH.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. We don't want to steal from Ring of Honor.
No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, but you said you got some grievances there, so we're going to give you open the mic, open the floor to
There
you.
y'all go. There y'all go.
And open.
Always get me started. You know I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning.
Doing what?
I went to go work out, man. I get it. Are you new?
I just figured it was Saturday night. Maybe you were having a good time. I don't know.
No, man, I don't party, man. No, man, I don't get down like that. I was actually at home playing a way out with my nephew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I'm a pretty good person. I respond to people on time.
Who said you don't?
I'm just saying, I respond to people on time. That's all I'm saying. I look out for people, you know what I mean? Yo,
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If someone was like, yo, I need cash. Yo, I got you cash. No PayPal, son. I'm going to look out for you. I look out for the boys. I got you. I'm going to hold it down like I'm sitting on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I keeps it real. I keeps it real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I cancel people, I'll use them again. You know why? Because
Why?
I'm a good dude.
I agree with
I'm
that.
a good dude. Rudy, I'm a good dude. Wait, I got Jeff mixed up with Rudy. It
Wow.
happens.
And how long? That is racist. And how long
It
have we
is
been knowing him?
not.
To be honest, I did
How
that
much
as
you
well.
want to bet someone's going to watch my match tonight and they're going to go, is that Rich Swann and ACH?
Oh.
Man, you got the hardest job here. I'm so sorry, man. You're paying those first day dues, man. So, I think I'm free that sabotage date.
You told me you weren't.
I think I'm free again.
Oh my god. You know how booking works, right?
Yeah, I reach out to you. You
No.
respond 4 months later.
No.
You give me the date, and then I assume that we're confirmed. And then when the show comes up, and then you just cancel the
Wait,
date.
which one are you talking about though? The April?
Huh?
You're not talking about the April one, right?
What? Yes. I believe I'm free that day.
Oh my goodness. We'll have to talk later.
We could. Just,
We're not gonna do this on the air, but we'll talk later. Yes.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
You take PayPal though, right?
I mean, if it's gonna take you 3 weeks to a year, then no. What a huge gap in that. Like,
Damn,
right?
three.
Right?
It's
weird.
That's 3 to 52 weeks.
How does business work these days?
I don't know, man.
I'm terrible at it.
That's crazy.
Apparently, I don't take things serious.
You
But I
don't?
mean, if you don't take me serious, why should I take you serious?
That's
Land
true.
of the law, my brother.
That's true. But tonight you got a triple threat. One of your proteges in the ring with you tonight.
How many?
His
do I
name's
got?
not Rich Swann, by
It's
the way.
not Rich Swann just because
No.
he has dreads and he's African American.
Yeah.
Yo, kill it. Don't be doing that.
And then another, we'll call him another good friend of yours, Davey Vega's in
Best
there with
friend.
you.
That's not a good friend. That's a best friend.
There you go. So
I've had lunch, Thanksgiving, with his family. That's how close we are.
nice.
Hi, Brianna.
Why do you do that? You always do that.
You, really? Because, no, first of all, no one knows who I was talking to.
Okay, everyone here knows who you're talking to.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But okay, it couldn't be worse than the guy that I heard last night drop a huge superstar's real name, and then just kept referring to her fiance as Mr. Bailey. I was like, oh, come on, he's way better than that. Man, I'm saying too much. See,
all right.
You always get me on here.
All I said was, why did you call her that?
On here, you keep me going. You know why? Because it's the San Francisco curse.
Mm.
They always in some scandals, man. They always in some scandals.
Isn't it the Cowboys?
Not one of their players, but two.
Isn't it always the Cowboys getting arrested?
Nah, man, that's Ohio State.
That was the 90s.
Well,
Ezekiel Elliott's from there.
What's that?
Ezekiel Elliott's from Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he got in trouble, because running backs are known to get in trouble.
And he's with the Cowboys.
The only running back I can think of from Ohio State that was he got into a lot of trouble. He actually tried to make a return.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it didn't work.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no one will ever be greater than Eddie George.
What about Carlos Hyde? He didn't get in trouble.
Huh?
What about Carlos Hyde? He's not in trouble.
But is he playing though?
Yeah, he just signed a new contract with the Browns.
Exactly. He ain't playing.
When
you play for the Browns, you technically don't play.
You're not lying on that one.
For the other team.
At least
they actually just made a lot of moves in the offseason, I saw.
Yes, it is.
It was funny because Davey Vega's a big Browns fan. He's a big Cleveland fan, right? So, of course, I like to rub everything in his face. Oh, yeah, I'm a terrible friend. True story. Vega
He just literally said, I'm a good guy. I'm a terrible friend, though.
But I'm a good guy, but I'm not a piece of shit.
I didn't say you were.
I'm Michael Elgin. I'm just saying there are some things that I do that are asshole-ish. But I'm not a piece of shit. There's a huge difference. And people got to know a huge difference.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean? Everybody loves an asshole that says, hey, yo, look, man, this is just who I am. You got to just appreciate it, right? You just take it or leave it. But no one likes the piece of shit.
That's true. That's very true.
Yo, that's real. Yo, I'm deep.
Yeah, how do you feel about your match tonight?
Me? We worried about my match. I'm over here just like, I'm just over here with a shovel and just over here.
Keep digging deeper and deeper?
I think it's a little too late. This knows the most dangerous thing is an angry Albert with a microphone.
I love it.
Look, here he comes.
Here he comes. He's like, Jeff, get him off the podcast. What are y'all doing?
I have never in my life shied away from giving my personal opinion on anything or anyone.
I can attest to that.
Because you know why? Because everyone gives their personal opinion on me. Actually, I'll take that back. I don't really have too much of a personal opinion on too many people because I don't know them personally. But I do have professional connections with certain people that I have a professional opinion on them. I can't tell you who's a POS only by how they interact with me.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So people, but see, it's funny too because like in this whole era now where everything's out on the internet and everybody's getting exposed for like being POSs, right? Right. I laugh at that because I'm like, you can't expose me because I'm not a POS. The worst thing someone can say about Albert is he's loud, he's obnoxious, he's annoying, he's like a child, right?
Right.
Okay.
Like,
we already know that, right? We already know these things, right?
Nothing new to
but
anybody.
There are the people that go on the internet, try to seem like these white knights, these good people,
right?
They try to seem like they're fighting the good fight.
Right.
And I always say all these white knights online, they all got cracks in their armor. All of them. See?
That's a real line right there, Jason.
That is
they all
real.
got cracks in their armor.
Eamon.
We're going to get a sound drop.
Am I loud and annoying?
Well, first of all, it's Eamon, and I've known you for how long?
That's
so
your nickname.
that answers
Accept
your
it.
question.
Accept it. Accept it and just take it. Am I loud and annoying?
Yes. You can tell him. You can tell him. We tell him all the time.
I mean, you're loud, but that's more of an objective fact than a...
Okay, right. But am I a piece of shit?
I wouldn't say you're a piece of shit.
Exactly. I love Eamon.
I love people who get my name right.
No. I will never get your name right. I will never get your name right because that's what keeps us connected together.
What?
Look, let's be real, right?
It makes sense when you think about it, though.
Just let him go. Because now
saying,
it's a thing, right? Because it's a thing. Like, now I have to not say it right.
Exactly. T-Dub. There's a wrestler out of Milwaukee. Love him. Never called him by his real name. Never. We did a tour. We did a 3-week tour in Canada. The entire time, I just called him Terrence, Lawrence, Jamal, Anthony. Like Zach, I never called Zach by his real name. I always call him Zackeisha, Zaquita, Zach Anthony, Zach Lenene. Like I call him all kinds of things but his name. But that's just what keeps me connected with people.
Yeah.
This is a true story. You can always tell when I don't like somebody because I don't talk to them at all.
Damn.
True story.
That's why you're not talking to Jason. That's cold-blooded.
I do
That's
feel
like,
a little
what?
bad.
That's why you're not talking to Jason. That's cold-blooded.
Jason is just always here. He just takes the brunt of it because I'm always the closest to him, yelling the loudest. And
Like
he's
human
just
shield.
like, well, these headphones are doing absolutely nothing for me.
But yeah, what you
We
gonna be?
need to also too. I found out
What?
on
What'd you-
Twitch,
What'd you find out?
you can stream a talk show from your living room if you have a PS4 camera.
yeah.
I can do that.
We can host
Imagine
that.
this. 60 minutes of this.
Let's do it.
Me,
On your couch.
What you guys want in?
We tried to do this like months
Yeah, we did tell you that a while back.
and you said everyone's doing Twitch now. I don't want to.
Yeah, you did
No,
say
I don't
that.
want to play video games on Twitch because
Okay.
everyone's doing it. Well, then I can do it.
All right,
you
well-
can give me some topics. I can talk sports. I can
Well-
talk love.
well-
I can talk depression. I can talk anything.
We'll talk again after we go off the air here.
We just got to. But I feel like the dynamic is myself and Ricky Starks. That's the dynamic.
Then let's make it happen.
That's the dynamic.
What's the problem?
What's that?
What's the problem? I don't see a problem with that.
I don't see a problem with it. I mean,
Let's make it happen.
are people even speaking what? This show is
so good on paper, speaking truth.
Man, look at all these people coming in. There was a person that walked in here and he looked just like Rudy Boy Gonzalez. There he goes right there. He looks just like Rudy Boy Gonzalez.
Did you think it was him?
I really did. I really did. And I was actually offended that he was buying a ticket. So, man. Oh, man. You see that little kid right there standing next to Dalton?
Yes.
Funny story.
Let's
Did
hear
a
it.
show all the way in Brownsville,
Last night?
right? No.
Oh.
Like years ago, like my second year in wrestling. Took a picture with him. Last year at the Evolve show, he showed me the picture. He's like, man, I'd like to get another picture with you. You inspired me to be a wrestler. I was like, wait, what? He showed me the picture, like legit.
The little kid?
Yeah, he was a little kid. Like he was like maybe 10. He's like maybe 10 or 8. He's like 18 now, and
Damn.
he's training with Marvel. It's crazy.
Oh, nice.
It's crazy.
We were just out there like
It's crazy. No,
2
it
weeks ago.
scares me, man. It just makes me feel old.
You're not old.
I've only felt 30 once since turning 30, and that was legit the next day on my birthday, or actually the next day after my birthday. I woke up and I was like, oh man, this is what 30 feels like.
What'd you do the day before?
Legit, I did nothing.
Oh, my
I went to
goodness.
cover 2, and I just ate with some friends, some close friends, and then like
That was
I went
it?
home and went to sleep. I had
Damn.
the cleanest dirty 30.
Maybe you are getting old then.
Yo,
Maybe it's just lack of sleep since you get up at 4 a.m. every day.
man, early bird get the worm, homie.
Yeah, but the second
right.
one could punk him for it.
Nah, man.
Yes,
People
he
wake up
can.
earlier to collect Jordans, man. At least I'm waking up. At least I'm waking up to better my future.
That's true.
Now, if you're a reseller, then you're waking up to better your pockets. But other than that, I'm just waking up to get that early pump in. You know what I mean? Gotta burn these calories, man. I'm 209, man.
We got about 2 minutes left on the show. What else you want to say?
I love all y'all.
We love you too.
But Jeff, y'all always get me going. Y'all always get me going.
I believe it was you who reached
and you know
out
what?
to
And
me
I'm
on
gonna be
Twitter.
honest. Don't delete none of this. Keep it.
I'm not going to delete it. We
Keep it,
never
keep it,
delete
keep it.
anything you say.
You
unless
keep-
you tell us to.
You guys
Which
have
is
saved my
hardly
career.
ever.
You guys have saved my career.
Yeah.
Once. But then again, it really didn't matter, though.
No.
You know what I mean? You know why?
Why?
Because I'm not a piece of shit.
There you go. ACH is not a piece of shit.
I need to make that a T-shirt.
Can that be the name
Hell,
of the
Sammy
show?
makes
The-
everything
Yeah, can you
T-shirt.
name that the show? Not a piece of shit show.
Not a piece of shit. Hold on.
Oh,
Come here. Oh, shit, he's
oh,
right
shit,
here.
he's right here.
Come here.
Help him.
Are you naked?
Okay, then don't come out.
No, he's
What
not.
are you doing?
Come here. Oh, yeah, that's right.
What?
He's on first. He's stretching.
Oh,
I'm a
see, you're
terrible fan.
messing up his mental game.
A head that big, he got enough room. He got enough room to hold some thoughts for 2 years, have
Oh,
a
my-
conversation, and think about some stuff all at the same time. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
He can process a lot. That's like a terabyte head. We gonna do this TV show on Twitch. You know what's gonna be called? But I'm not a piece of shit. See, he like it. He like it.
He just
like
closed the curtain on you.
He like it. He like it. As much as we don't like to admit it, we're pretty much
Oh,
the
look,
same.
he's back.
What's this about?
We gonna
This
do
is
a
just the
TV
pre-show.
show
This is
called
just the
POS.
pre-show.
I'm not a POS.
He's-
Where
he-
we
he's
just
talking
pretty
about-
much do what we do when we just not being recorded.
Oh man.
He's like, what did you get me into?
Well, my name's Ricky.
Hi Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
Ricky, were you here last night?
Yes, I was here. This exact building. It was a fantastic event. I wrestled the Dirty Devils, Gregory James and Andy Dalton. It was very fun.
And tonight I got another show here at Inspire Pro Wrestling. Nothing's awkward to me. You know, right now I'm having a battle between the good one and the bad one.
Oh, trust me, brother.
And the bad one's like, just say it.
The bad one just won with him a while ago.
Say it. Just say it.
Only thing you would be doing is dancing out in the grave at this point, because I didn't already bury it.
He did. You know what? He did it.
Jeff, he give me gold. Jeff,
No, he hit me up on Twitter and said, hey, I need some airtime. I said, you got
I
it.
just said airtime, but I didn't say anything. It's not like I was talking about people running.
I think the only person I like over here is Rudy. That's it. I don't like none of y'all.
Thanks, Ricky.
And that's just been being truthful, you know. Truthful.
That dude Collide that sees that song, Young, Dumb, and Broke.
First off, it's not Collide, it's Khalid.
Whatever. He got a Grammy, though.
What do I want to talk about right now? There's some things that's been pressing on my mind lately, and yeah.
Talk about PayPal. You like PayPal? You use PayPal a lot?
I sure do use PayPal. And actually, I got my own PayPal business account, so if you want to buy something from my Big Cartel website, it's extratalented.bigcartel.com. You can find any shirt that you want that you see online that you like, and I hook it up and I'll send it to you.
That's right. It don't take 4 weeks to get it either, or a year.
Damn.
You know what? Let me speak on this real quick because I think this is a great point. You know how people are like, oh, you want to come on my podcast and all that, right? I tell them no because no one listens to y'all podcast. If you have a podcast, no one listens to it. Who cares if you're on SoundCloud? Don't think just because you post it on SoundCloud. Yeah, no one's listening to this. Just because you're on SoundCloud doesn't mean that you have like over 7 million, listeners. Trust me. You're not that important. You're going to ask.
That counts.
No. The thought doesn't count when you ask me the same damn question. So why'd you get into wrestling? What's your favorite? Don't ask me that.
You gotta ask them to send you a list of what they're gonna ask.
I asked them to send me pizza for wasting my time doing their little podcast. And that's why I don't do podcasts. In fact, there's a fan here in Austin who used to go to ACW, who used to write up those little blogs. He got mad at me because I told him, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to answer your questions. And so he brought that up to me. And then I remember I told people, the live ACW crowd said, this fan writes terrible blogs about wrestling. Do y'all really want to be fans with him?
Look, man, everybody just trying to make $1.
No, you're not trying to make $1. You're trying to feel important by using wrestling. And that's what is the issue here. We have a lot of people in wrestling and who watch wrestling that say, I had a shitty high school experience where I wasn't loved and no one cared about me. So I'm going to get into wrestling to feel for 15 minutes of my life that I am important in some way. And this goes for men and women. Women particularly where, oh, I'm not pretty, but these guys make me feel pretty because they want to have sex with me. And the guys are like, oh, all these fans think I'm attractive, but they're really ugly too. And so my opinion is get out of wrestling if that's all you're in for. Stay in wrestling if you're in it for the love of it. And with that, that is the Stark Remark of the day. I'm your host, Ricky Starks.
Someone said I want all Palmer.
This is going to, oh my God, we are live?
Yes. We're on Twitch.
Perfect. Hello to all the 20 fans that are watching right now. It's me, Ricky Starks. The final Bowser.
That's Bo.
Yeah, he's a real estate agent.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, my bad. I'm in your room.
I got headphones on. It's okay.
What else should I talk about?
Whatever you want to talk about. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, is Flippy Pro from Chicago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the same guy that used to do all the other gifts?
Yeah.
There's a Texas gift machine, too. Who's that?
I don't know
saw
who
that
you're...
there was like a guy that does just strictly Texas shit.
No, brother.
know
Chief
who you're
Cannon
talking
called CCC. I'm not shooting. What I am is I'm telling you
what I had?
something
You know what
that
my
you
idea for a
agree
TV
with.
show is?
So it isn't shooting,
Hold
is
on.
it?
You know what? I had a great idea for a TV show.
Let's hear it.
Where you take two people
Right.
that are publicly known to dislike each other.
Right.
You sit them in a room and you just let them talk.
That's everybody, huh?
But just be honest though, because like in wrestling, there's a lot of pity pat. There's a lot of I'm gonna talk behind your back, but I ain't gonna say it in your face, and I'm gonna smile. And then they go, oh, but that's just me being professional. No, sir, that's you being a no nuts man. I feel like if you got a grievance with somebody, just pull up and just be like, yo, do we have a problem? Like you ain't gotta go to the fisticuffs.
Right.
But if you a man, you can just talk about it.
Right.
I
What do you think about that, Rick?
I agree, and that's why I follow the philosophy of telling people how it is. And so with that final comment, I'm going to go ahead and leave it on this so everyone can
Let's hear it.
realize this. If there's problems in life that you have within yourself or with others, the best way to get over it is to speak it into existence and get the fuck over it.
Yeah. He's right.
Well,
What's your parting words, ACH?
hashtag RNS.
All right.
I love you, boys.
All right. We'll see you next time, sir.
Love it.
And there he was, ACH, joined by absolute Ricky Starks.
Coming soon to a Twitch channel
Interesting
near you.
comments there. I know we're like way over, so we got to wrap this up. So
Can I just say something?
yes, any last words? Go ahead. I'll start with you, bro.
Wow.
L. Wow.
Damn.
And that's typically how a live podcast at Inspire Pro goes.
That was like a
So-
straight shoot. No, not a shoot, but that was like,
He was just keeping it real, as he said.
yeah, he's just like, F off.
Yeah. But yeah. So Jason, anything you want to add to that?
Man, I'm ready for the show. The fans are piling in. I'm again. The line's been out the door for quite some time now. Everybody's grabbing their merch, grabbing some drinks, finding their seats. It's about time for us to do the same.
Get wasted.
All right. So, yeah, thank you for joining us. For Roel Santos, for Jason Harris, I'm Jeff Serta. Stay tuned because we're going to be right back in about 10 to 15 minutes with the start of War Clock High presented by Inspire Pro Wrestling. So we'll talk to you guys in a minute.